I'm your host with the most, Locum23, and you're joining me for Frozen City Vane Castle. I wanted to do a quick video on this event, especially before it's over, to give you guys as much insight about this atrocious event that we have. So let's go ahead and dive into it, and then if you stay to the end of the video, I'm going to give you some things in regards to questions and whatnot that you've been asking me on prior videos about main cities, where the adventure button is, and all that, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's dive into this event. So, I have not spent any money on this event besides one thing, which is the snack pack. If you go to your shop, usually on the event, there's a little thing that says for $2.99 you get a little candy bar that says, you know, hey, your people will no longer pass away. And as you can see here, I have a lot of buildings. I have so many buildings, look. I have blueprints for days. You don't need them. It's just something that you guys are going to be like, ooh, I get a bunch of blueprints. And again, you saw how many I have. I have too many people, and the way this event is run, right? You literally and figuratively do not have enough jobs for your people unless you spend a bunch more money. Okay, now the reason why is, as you see engineer, right? I can only have 4 more slots for engineer. There's nothing else anyone can else be doing besides lumberjack. You see there's already one guy doing it because your resource management in this game is kind of like oxygen not included. The resource management in this game does not literally exist. So with the snack pack, you're able to run your people literally and figuratively 24 hours a day. Okay? Like, I don't even know why I have this on because there's no one working it. But long story short is, the resource management is atrocious. The reason why I say this is, you're running out of metal. It's not going to nails. If I had people working nails, my metal would be gone. I have currently 6 people working nails. Everything is max. And right now, fuel is being drained as well. Fuel powers your middle of your city, it takes metal, and so clearly I'm going to need to go over here and I'm going to need to upgrade my level 70 hero, which I barely have any hearts to do, to provide more metal in a battle of attrition. Okay? This is kind of also a little note to the developer, okay, as a fellow dev. You need a hero in this building. There has to be some way to increase the hearts. There has to be something, some way to increase the hearts. Sitting here and saying, hey, free-to-play people, okay, you're especially screwed, okay? You're going to need to spend $14.99 to increase more of your things for hearts, right? Or, I don't know what to tell you, maybe you can spend some money and gain some hearts. Or you see that, that's 30 minutes, okay? I gained 14 million, okay? That ain't nothing. 30 diamonds, 14 million. Listen, welcome to... that won't even get me a half a level. Okay? Again, I would say play this event with your discretion, okay? Here's some tips for you guys that are free to play or even pay to win, okay? Like I said, I spent a couple bucks just to show you guys just how badly this event is run, okay? Because I spend the money so you guys don't have to. That's my philosophy as a creator. Okay, it's one that, you know, is rare. So, like I said, about the snack pack, do not buy the little, you know, Cashel Treasure, Cashel Deluxe, unless you have diamonds to spare. I'm going to be honest with you. Say for any of the other events, but the Vane Castle, everything's in Vane. It's ironic that the name is literally Vane Castle. Okay? As you can see here, we're almost to max on that. It's a battle of attrition with this. Let's go ahead and do that. And, you know, again, we're near the end of the event. It doesn't really matter anyway. Save these, okay? Save the little boxes here that say, hey, we'll give you 5 minutes of resource output, okay? The reason why is, and I'm going to try and explain this as simple as possible, if your building is, oh man, I'm sure some of you are like, oh man, I just got it, let me go claim it. You are claiming it prematurely, and it means if I can go over here, and if I can go and upgrade that 1 point even, boom, I've already able to process more resources in that 5 minutes, right? If I go over here and I lower that even more, you see what I'm saying? Wait to claim your tasks. Wait until it feels like you're on a drought and then start claiming your tasks, okay? But don't wait too long because the gimmick of the chests, the little slot machine BS here, okay? Don't wait too long, but wait. You'll get a feeling for it when it's just right, okay? This is the only way that you are literally and figuratively going to at least get, I'd say, top 10 on the events Not even kidding. As a person who has tried through the atrocity that is this event since its first inception, you know, I remember when the events first came out, and I was so proud to cover this app, this game, right? I was so happy to bring it to you guys, and I brought multiple videos, and you can see there's kind of like been a dry spell of content in regards to this, because there hasn't been nothing for this game, okay, besides changing up an event, which I'm not going to cover an event, which was horrible when it was first launched, okay? They've done a couple updates, a couple balances, but let me be honest, it's still garbage, okay? You need a hero for this building. Why? So I can increase my damn food for my people so they stop starving and dying. There's no hospital, right? Just so we could, you know, take the hospital away. We could put the golden hammer there so it looks more like every time it's on your screen, it's like you really want to click the golden hammer, right? You really want to spend some money. Versus, look, man, I could sit over here and I could build for days. I have that many blueprints from the $2.99 special. The $2.99 special is going to get you, maybe if you're lucky and you're put in the right, like, you know, group, maybe top 10, as you can see here. Maybe. Okay? Congratulations to this person and the amount of money that they have spent. Congratulations to you. I have played this event 24 hours a day for this video, just to show you guys what the $2.99 special would give you. It gives you more, like, terms of being able to reach, like, you know, this and get to 12. But aside from that, oh, look, I've just dropped to 11th because, you know, hey, you saw it here, okay? Like, someone probably was like, yo, I really want those little puzzle pieces that are gimmicks in and of themselves and are going away in, like, what, 2 weeks? We'll get to that here in a minute. Long story short is, my furnace is max, everything's max, and there's nothing you can do. This is a battle of attrition. This is a battle of running your phone 24/7, and if you use an emulator, use that. Because let me be honest, it just drains your battery. It runs your phone to its max power output. I don't know why. I can sit and I can play Doom by Bethesda, and it barely moves my battery level, especially while being charged. This game, if it's not being charged, just your battery. I don't understand that. This isn't running like big graphics and it just makes no sense. Okay, and this event has like really put a sour taste in my mouth. Alright? There's nothing really you can do. Like, here's how I start out, right? I get this guy to level 10, I have everybody working, and then I create this building. We got her to level 20, we have everything max. Again, you just go in that order, right? This guy, you are forced to put all the way up to, you know, 70 plus. This guy, get to 50, you move on, right? Like, there's no point in putting points in someone that you aren't going to need a ton of. This person is level 40. This one's level 50. Again, if you're using your tasks wisely, you're going to be able to get up to here-ish if you spend the $2.99. Otherwise, you know, you're never going to touch it. I mean, you're really never going to get to where I am unless you spend $2.99. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. And again, I would definitely say if you have any grievances, or you want to see their feedback, which pretty much is always the same shit, different day, of, you know, suggestions and whatnot, you know, hey, it's really great, we'll do some, you know, for your consideration. It's about the same shit, different day. But that way you can also speak with fellow people. I'm in here as well, and they might be able to help you quickly, or more efficiently and more quickly than I am able to via my comment section, because I know a lot of you guys drop a lot of comments on the prior videos. I know some of you have come to the streams and whatnot and been like, yo, hey, can I go ahead and get some help? And I get that. And I especially want to help you guys get the most out of your experience with any game whatsoever. Also, when you guys think about it, right? When you upgrade these houses, especially if you buy the candy bar special, none of this matters. Upgrading your beds, upgrading your carpets, none of it matters if you can run people 24/7. It's all fruitless. This game in its balancement really needs some damn work. It's like, oh boy, look, everyone's gonna come over here. There was not even a point to upgrade this. Like, think about it. There was absolutely no point to upgrade that. Like, you saw right here, I didn't even upgrade that until the end of the event. Because it's pointless. Your people don't starve. Your people don't need rest. They can work. They're androids now. For $2.99, again, it's fruitless. Thought I would show you guys the event is officially over. Last 10 seconds. You know, and there's my rewards, right? I got all of them. I'll show you guys what I get in 20 seconds. Took literally 20 seconds, or if not more, to figure out my rank. How does that work? Anyway, here we go. Man, I can't wait for some duplicates. What did I say? There you go. Let's open these as well. Man, I can't wait for some more duplicates. Literally, it's like a losing my mind kind of like chuckle I'm giving you guys. Because, yeah, no, duplicates. They're all duplicates. Look at that. Amazing. So amazing. That event is just mind-blowing. Hey, look, diamonds. Can't wait for this one event to go away in 7 days, right? Can't wait for that. So let's go over here to our little thingy here. Look. Still missing one piece. Weirdly enough, it's a 1-star. Thank you for all the duplicates. Go ahead and put that one in. Still missing a 1-star. Put this one in. Still missing, got a 3-star on this one. This one you'll literally and figuratively never get, and all it rewards you is 300 diamonds. This one rewards you 1 legendary box. You get my point here, right? Like, remember when I first started doing these videos for this app? I was so motivated, and now... Oh, and then, look, apparently we have a new event starting in 16 hours. You'll at least get some diamonds. I wonder how ill-balanced this event will be. Oh, no. 32, oh, I'm sorry, what was that? 32 levels? There's gonna be 32 levels to this one, boys. Boy, I can't wait for that one. It's the Evil Fur Factory. Alright, so here's my current town that I'm on right now. Okay, I wanted to show you this to all of you. For those of you who are like, you know, where are you at? The whole 9 yards. I really have not been covering much of this game lately in terms of playing. However, there's balancement issues to this shit as well, right? Right now, I barely make enough oil on this town that I'm in to be able to cover, like, the fire right now, to be honest. As you saw there, it would be a net deficit, so I'm going to have to upgrade this person. And there you go. I now make quintessentially enough, I'm assuming. Let's go ahead and check the, you know, numbers over here. Yay, we make enough now. So I can finally upgrade to the next level. You know, get my little food thing up, get it to 55, because you need binoculars. You need, basically I'm to the point where I'm waiting now, or was waiting for this. And as you can see here, oh boy, you know, again, there's no point to using the tickets, right? I would drain every single ticket that I have, and I would still have 11 minutes left. Keep having to mute so you guys don't have to hear the sirens going by my house, because boy, my city is really popping tonight. Anyway, long story short is, here's all this, right? So a lot of you have been going, I don't understand where the adventure is, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so first and foremost, I've been asking, some of you haven't been replying, some of you have. I'm asking what level you are in order to acquire your little adventure here down in the bottom left. If you're just starting out, you do not have access to it, okay? I believe it's city level 1 or 2 that you can access it, right? So we're talking, like, you guys being back here on Abandoned Camp through Valley Town will not have adventure map, to my knowledge, okay? Unless they've changed that. I think you get it at level 3. Okay, remember, I can't go back really and see how some of you are starting out, and so that's unfortunately one of the things with developers who, when they change things that we're all accustomed to, like myself and you, especially events, and then they just go and throw shit, just dirtbass at us. None of us are braced for it, and then especially if they undo change shit, the whole 9 yards, there's nothing I can do to help you, especially because I can't see from your perspective. You know, I could always try going back and starting a whole new town, but then the problem is what happens if at level 3 city, it gives you adventure camp, and then they end up removing that, or changing it to level 2, or again, you see my point here, if they change anything, once you're past a certain level, or at a certain level, there's nothing I can do to help you guys. I would have to have literally and figuratively a city at every level to be able to help each and every one of you. That's why I've tried to make videos throughout my journey of this game to be able to assist most of you that are come asking these questions, because yeah, no, this game is just, it was great, and then they enter the new events, and they change things on us, for all of us long-standing players and also new, and so, you know, here we are again. Evil Fur Factory. I have not a damn clue what this will be about, and I'm sure it'll be all based off of one of the events that we already have, and I'm sure, just like, you know, the Vane Castle, it'll just be in Vane as well. So if you guys want a video in regards to that city, or may I say event, and technically it is a city, I'll do one, right? Again, you'll have to wait for me to play through the whole entire event, get the baseline, and to give you guys my best possible suggestible feedback in regards to it, right? But there's nothing else I can do in regards to that. In terms of food, right, for your in-game cities, it's pretty much the same. It's just a battle of upgrading shit and getting things to the point where it's completely opposite of the events, right? Food is not so much a problem, right? I'm literally working with just 3 guys here, and we have more than enough food. We have foods in the millions here to feed our people. Quick, don't let the developer know, because he'll nerf the shit out of that. So that way, it's just a point and a click battle of, you need to have heroes at a certain level to gain resources, as you saw with the oil, to be able to run things. Now, you can always decrease the oil by your little, you know, hero here working this, and don't get me wrong, that's not bad. However, again, it's just the only thing the events and your main city share in common is the battle of attrition of hero EXP. There's nothing you can do to gain it, right? You want to make sure to constantly keep logging in and grabbing that, right? But besides that, the only thing you can do is if you're willing to, and if you want to go over here and for $14.99 a month to be able to gain main city plus fight offline time increased. So what that means is you'll gain 2 hours addition to you being able to collect shit. That's it. That's all you get. It's 2 hours. Congratulations, kids. You get 4 hours of sleep if you're really caring about this game. Your construction queue limit, which is a joke at this level, yeah, no, doing +2 is just a joke. Battle speed being 4 times, I mean, I guess. And then survivors automatically arrive and are assigned immediately to something. For $14.99 a month, I'm just gonna throw this out there. You could be playing World of Warcraft, have access to Classic, the new hardcore servers coming out. You could play Final Fantasy XIV, and that is actually, I think, $5. You would save $5. You could play MMOs, which have hundreds, if not thousands, of hours of content readily available to you for the low cost of $10 to $15 a month. You even have free-to-play MMOs that are like Star Wars, The Old Republic, that you could play. Until this developer like fixes events, causes balancement, and gives us more to be able to do in this game, right? Yeah, no, this is poorly balanced, right? Like, woo, I can click on that ad, I can give them money, and I'm all for that. But it will give me 1 level. Give me 1 level on my burner. Also, the ads are just ill-balanced as well, right? In terms of rewards you get from the ads. And then, like, they go, well, your ads are appreciated and it might help you get 1 tick, but hey, listen, I'm gonna need you to fork out some money, kids. For $14.99 a month, it's literally $20 a month to stop ads. Again, I have more than enough of the timer things, and I don't really need them because it doesn't really assist me. And again, isn't it better than the tickets we get from the events? I would rather have a 30-minute little clock thing than, like, give me 5 tickets at 3-minute intervals in a piece. Don't use those, kids. Don't use those, especially when you're starting. Save those for when you're, like, level city 10 and up. Okay, those are the only thing that's going to help you. I'm being honest with you. Aside from that, I don't believe I can help you guys in any other way from this point forward aside from covering events. Because, like, this is pretty straightforward past, like, level 3, in terms of your cities. Right? There's, you know, I wish there was, like, a completionist, right? To where you could go back and, there's some of us who have left our cities and our heroes are now higher, and maybe it would offer more effects and things like that. I've suggested that to the developers, right? To maybe, like, we can't even see who, what, when, where, and why. We don't even have the ability to. I have to click on this manually and go over here and be like, here you go, Fred. You finally get that bookcase, bowl, basin, toilet, and wardrobe, and a rug that you should have had all those levels ago. Same thing over here. You get my point, right? And Fred doesn't allow, he's not allowed to upgrade from a tent. Okay, so I just came back just for the sheer happiness to give Fred something. But as you can see here, even things don't continue to, like, go. And, like, woo, right? It would be cool if you could go back, and this is a shout out to the dev, because I am a developer as well. I'm a huge gamer, and I'm also a developmentally minded person, okay? I've helped a lot of AAA companies, other independent indie devs, and whatnot, to be able to get games, like, better and whatnot, right? So I'm literally trying to give you feedback and suggestions, Mr. Dev or Mrs. Dev or whoever, that will be able to help you make this game better, okay? You could go back to former towns, a little bit of perfection, as you saw there. Look, my people are getting sick. I don't know why. Apparently because the storm's raging. Like the coal matters. Anyway. Like, ugh. Anyway, they can't literally pass. We have a 100% success rate at this point. So my nurse is a god. And so my point is you could go back as a perfectionist, as someone who can continue replayability of this game and to even encourage people to come back to your game more frequently, right? And you could come back and play this game and be like, if I crank this building up to max, right, it will help level 4. If level 4 I crank up to max, it'll help level 5. If I crank that, and again, you could have retrospective gameplay that affects the present and the future, right? So you're able to maybe, I don't know, be a little farther, right? So instead of me sitting there waiting on fuel, right, I could be funneling resources here and there that would retrospectively help my future towns, right, to be able to push a little further. So maybe I could be on 13 right now. Maybe I could be on 14, right? Not give me huge advantages, but if I go back and I play and I make a town as max as possible, as you saw there, level 3 isn't even good enough, right? Again, you could funnel these resources to other towns. People like myself, who are also perfectionists in terms of games, and completionists, when the game is good, we want to willy-dilly, like, play the shit out of your game. We want to go ahead and say, you know what, we've put a lot more effort and consideration and everything else into your game. And, yeah, no, listen, like, it's how the world should be. I know the world isn't the way it should be. It's how the world should be, especially of gamers, consumers, to developers. But it's not. So Tammy, who's been playing 5 minutes, begins screaming and crying that he doesn't know what, who, what, when, where, and why, and he should be given more resources, right? Versus someone who, like myself, has been playing long enough to say, your event is shit, could you fix it? And you actually fix the event, right? Or maybe, like, remove it until it's fixed and put in the prior event that's already there. You have the foundation, you have the exoskeleton for it, and it's something that you are able to literally and figuratively do. Now we've got a whole new event, while we currently have Vane Castle, which is an event that doesn't even work the way it should, and that pretty much should be fixed before you introduce a new event. So I can't wait for 16 hours from now, which unfortunately I'll be working right when the event comes out, right, doing other content for, so I will jump on that event ASAP. If you guys want, follow me on Twitch. is typically when I do behind the scenes of games like this, right? Versus doing YouTube videos. So that way, you know, if a bunch of you hop in there and you're like, hey, what's going on? As long as I'm not currently actively playing another game, right? If I take a break, then that does happen. I can pull up the game and be like, all right, what do you guys want? I can give you live help and whatnot. Otherwise, if I'm too busy, if I'm not streaming, whatnot, I wholeheartedly encourage you to go over to the developers server, okay? Where it has everybody who are in it, right? And go over here and give them your feedback. Okay? Support one another. I don't care if you're pay to win, Mr. I spend tens of thousands of dollars on the game a day or month or whatever, okay? Listen, if it helps everybody else, it means you get more out of your product, your purchase, period. I don't think people understand how that works. So if everything is optimized, means you don't have to, like, literally and figuratively sit here like I did this whole entire past, like, few days, 24/7, and actively work to crack top 10, because the game and event is poorly optimized. Again, this is kind of like a help you, and then also give you feedback, and then complain to you guys, because really, I was proud of this game, I was proud of this app, I done more than enough videos for it, and I'm bringing you kind of like a, if Fur Event doesn't happen, and if it doesn't, like, work out, and if it's poorly done, right, this is it for me, like, in terms of this game. I'm moving on. There's thousands of other games right now to play, and there's already, like, games like this that have come out on the market because they saw how this game worked. And they're like, let me approve upon it. And that's a good thing for all of us, by the way, because competition is good. A lot of people are like, hey, this is clone, this is clone, this is clone. There's nothing wrong with that. Because if that was the case, we'd still be stuck in the 80s with Pac-Man and, you know, E.T. and all that other shit, because everyone would be afraid to build on something that's already established. There's nothing wrong with people coming out on the market making the same type of game, but different. Keep that in mind, right? I've already seen some of the other games that are like this one, and, you know, a lot of you, I'm going to just put you a little on the hot seat real quick. A lot of you supported this game, and you're like, no, it's just a clone. And then, you know, the event and some imbalancement happened in this game, and then all of a sudden you guys are touting about the other game and how much better it is. Listen, you have to always aim to make the game you're playing as better and as best as possible, right? And you have to make it better too. That we should all be working together. No one should be, like, you know, arguing and the whole not what, right? I could sit here and I could make a video yelling at the dev like he's a bad person, but, you know, I'm trying to give feedback to you as the player and also you as the dev if you care to give a shit. You know, hopefully they do listen to some of our feedback. Unfortunately, when it came to Vane Castle, the feedback has taken weeks to get to them and for them to even go, we'll consider it. So that, in my opinion, is not a good look as a person who has been in this industry for decades now, and as someone who has been consuming games since, you know, I was a wee lad. So hopefully the dev, you know, listens to our feedback. That's all I can say. Thank you all for watching. I love your beautiful faces. Remember on YouTube to like, share, and subscribe. Always ask questions in the comment section or give me feedback as well. I'm always open for criticism as well. And then also, like I said, join that Discord, right? Give them some feedback. Like I said, it'd be nice if these ads would actually be a little buffer too to help everybody across the board based on your level and whatnot. Because let me be honest, okay? Like, right now I need a ton of EXP. I'm in the billions. Giving me an ad where I'm going to have to sit for 30 seconds and watch it that only gives me 11 million, right? What am I, level 3 again? Like, what the actual hell?